would say that the ship is going down, Attorney General Coakley, and that you're getting on the wrong ship. Is that about the girl thing, or what's up with that?
Well, you know, I got chosen as an unpledged delegate.
Right.
And it's clear to me that I would have to pick. You know, it wasn't a question of just staying out now that I was going to the convention. And I think in the meantime, Senator Clinton has made it clear that she intends to stay in the race, that I would have to cast a vote for one person or the other. I had sort of stayed out of it because my overriding thing is I really want a Democratic president.
Right.
And I want someone other than John McCain in the White House. Now I have to pick, and so I start to look at it and I say, okay, you know, I have to make this decision on a bunch of things, including one of these two people is going to be the nominee. And all Democrats should be working hard for that. And I think, you know, if Hillary can win this at this stage, then more power to her. And if she can't, then I think, you know, everybody's going to have to rally behind the other candidate. But in casting the vote, I said, you know, looking at she was the front runner, and then she wasn't, and she was out. And I guess in the end, I said, you know, no one who doesn't run for office knows how hard it is. And particularly, my only experience has been running as a female. And
right.
I think it's hard work, and she's shown a lot of resolve.
Now, the cynical types would say that because of major fundraising groups like Emily's List, which raises money exclusively for women's candidates, or because some wonderful fundraisers here locally like the Barbara Lees, that the pressure's on Democratic women to get behind the woman candidate.
Yeah, that pressure's always been on. If I was going to cave to that pressure, I would have done that a long time ago. That's not what this is about. I know that's always an issue. And, you know, I respect and admire Barbara Lee, and she has always said to me, look, you'll make the right decision when it's the time. And she hasn't put any pressure on me, nor has anybody else for that matter.
She wasn't dangling you out the window by your ankles or anything like
Absolutely
that?
Absolutely not. No, she's been extremely gracious. In fact, she had an event the other night. She supports women. There were women in that room who were Obama supporters. So, you know, I think she understands that it's a bigger picture on this. And, you know, it's one of those things where you have to pick. You have two choices. And in the end, I went with someone who, you know, I believe has put her time and energy in. And so...
You don't think she has a chance of... I mean, candidly, you don't think she has a chance of winning the nomination, do you?
I think at this stage it's unlikely. And I think by everybody's recognition it's unlikely that she will. But she's in the race, and her campaign says, you know, you can't play if you're not on the field. And there are other things at stake here. I think both sides know they have very... you know, strong constituencies. And we've heard this, well, if my candidate doesn't win, you know, I'm not going to be in it. I'm concerned about that from both sides, frankly. But
you're an automatic Obama if Obama wins the nomination, no?
If he wins the nomination,
yeah.
I'm there. Absolutely.
One last thing before we take a break. And at some point in the next hour, we'll get back to this a little bit, because you actually, virtually all, it was like a tsunami of superdelegates, despite Clinton's wins in West Virginia, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, to Obama. And you actually helped break the string to a great degree with your endorsement of Hillary. When you heard her yesterday, we were talking about this in the first hour, equate her struggle to enfranchise or re-enfranchise the people in Florida and Michigan to the abolitionist movement, to the suffragette movement, to the... I mean, you had to laugh, did you not? I mean, is it not a bit over the line?
I think that all of these campaigns on both sides, including McCain's, engage in this kind of hyperbole.
So the answer is yes, you laughed when you heard it?
Well, I actually hadn't heard it until you just said it. But
now?
If I had heard it, I would have. I would have said, look, this is a campaign that says stuff and people pick through it, and that's why they call it politics. Just because you vote for someone doesn't mean you support everything they say or believe everything they say.
Got it.
I mean, that's sort of her campaign hyperbole.
She is Martha Coakley. She's the Attorney General.